Where is the evidence to prove that Ukraine is innocent? Where's the evidence? Well, are they going to say, oh, those guys are from Daesh? Those guys, which guys? Is it the one that have been arrested? They didn't claim that they were from Daesh. So it must be that there is a disconnect here between those who wrote that post and the people who got arrested on the ground, which in turn indicate that these accusations have been manufactured for the purpose of misleading the investigation. The good news is that all suspects have been arrested. For at least the suspects that were on the ground to execute this mission. They all have been arrested. Let me get my glasses out. Maybe they might help. Let me get my glasses out. Maybe they might help. So, my glasses are not clear, to be honest. They are not clear. Glasses are not clear. So why are they claiming, insisting on the innocence of Ukraine in relation to the attack that happened in Moscow? Why is the West so keen to protect or to exclude Ukraine as a suspect? What evidence have they got? Is it just the usual one where, like, we know it's not them because we know them, we know what they're capable of? It's like your child being accused of stealing another child's pen, if we can take that example. And then you, the parent, they come out and say, oh, well, it's not my child because my child doesn't steal. He never stole anything from anyone. He never stole anything from anyone, ever. So I know it's not my child because of that, because she's not a thief. I don't think this is any clearer. Let's try and set it. Oh, by the way, I have the right clothing to clean it. Just choose not to use it. Have the right cloth. So how does America knows that Ukraine is not involved in the terrorist attack that happened in Russia? How does America knows this? The world will be interested to know. Well, I mean, like, we want to know. Let us know why you think Ukraine is not to blame here. Let us know. It's important that we know. It's important that we know, right, guys? The truth is, the reality is that the suspect have been arrested. Redacted. The suspect have been arrested. You see, what's funny with this, right? The incident happened in America, in Russia, and America, the first thing they do, it's not Ukraine, no, it's the terrorist attack. The first thing you do, you send your condolences, you are standing firm with the Russian people, with the local people as to what happened. That's the first thing you do. First sign, first giveaway is that America did not do that. And why did they not do that? Because it's self-guilt. They're anticipating on what will happen next. So they have to impact the narrative, send out the wrong narrative so that it gets distributed on all network, all platforms. You go online there, you check. There's nothing else to indicate that either Ukraine or America could be behind these. Like the pipeline, the Nord Stream 1 and 2. If you believe in what America is saying now, you have to believe in what they said then. They said they don't know who did it. So they're not interested to know who did it. And in fact, if they were to know who did it, it would be Russia. Wow. So just like they say, as soon as it happened there, they say it's Russia to blame. Russia sabotaged that. They sabotaged it to accuse Ukraine for an excuse to bombard Ukraine. So when you say you have evidence it was somebody else, but listen to the Russian. They're the one running the investigation. They're the one running the investigation. Or you want the Russian to hand over the suspect to the United States of America for them to run the investigation. Maybe that's what needs to happen, right? Nonsense. Does America hand over their suspect to Russia? Do they ever hand over the suspect to Russia? No. As soon as it happened, well, Russia didn't do it. Ukraine didn't do it. ISIS have claimed it. Ukraine didn't do it. But the people dead here. There are hundreds of people dead here. And all you're interested about, oh, Ukraine didn't do it. Oh, well, ISIS did it. Even when something like that happened in the Western world, there, even if somebody claimed responsibility for it, they'll say, we're investigating. Because we're investigating the claim. Because even the claim needs to be authenticated. Anybody can create a profile somewhere. Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda, Yemen, Al-Qaeda, Afghanistan, Al-Qaeda, Nigeria. I can open a group like that. I can open a name or a platform or profile like that online. And where? On Telegram. On Telegram or what? Telegram. So this is absolutely bullshit, nonsense. The American, when an incident happened, yeah, you're in war against Russia, but stuff like this, incident like this, atrocities like this, attacks like this, you will pause for 1 minute and pay respect to the people who died and condemn. How many times does someone today, when Hamas attacked Israel, what did people do? Oh no, it may not be. You weren't even allowed to say that it may not be Hamas. You were not allowed to do that. It may not be Hamas. Well, it's not Hamas. You were not allowed to say that. And the first thing they will ask you to do is condemn what happened. Now here is different. People got killed there. They don't condemn what happened. They are just quick and fast to kind of separate their ally from being accused there. It's not him. Well, that is self-telling. That's kind of self-implication, self-guilt. When you say that something happened and everybody's there crying and, oh, well, they didn't do it. Oh, this is the guy who did it. This is the guy. We know. This is the guy who did it. Because something happens online. Somebody wrote something online. And without without even identifying who wrote it, without even verifying who wrote it, without authentication, you just go, oh yes, it's Al Qaeda, it's Daesh, it's ISIS. It's like you were expecting that. No, it's more than that. You posted that. That's why you want everybody to look that way. You want people to look that way. To look towards Daesh, to look towards ISIS, to look towards extremists. What have the extremists got to do? What have they got to do with Russia? What is their problem with Russia? And if they do have a problem with Russia, what about the timing? What's this timing about? What's the, you know, what's the gain? Why now? There was elections and stuff. They could have done it just before the election. You're doing it after the elections? It lacks complete sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The reason why it doesn't make any sense was because it's fake. That's why. It's not the truth. It's a lie. It's a lie that Ukraine is not involved. America and Ukraine did this to get the people of Russia to rebel against Putin. The elections just happened and Putin won again comfortably with 80, I don't know whether it's 87% or 85%. So as to the idea that America has the best intelligence, it's false. That intelligence was fabricated. It's false, fabricated. That they're going to be an attack on a crowded or concert venue, whatever. That was fabricated on purpose to accommodate what is happening today. So don't stand there telling me what evidence have you got that somebody else is involved. Why? Okay, nobody else is involved then. Those people just happen to die by some strange, I don't know. Or we can even go as far as those people never died. It was all a setup. We can go as far as those people never died. It's just a setup, right? Is that okay? It's just a setup. In fact, the terrorist attack in Moscow never happened. It's just a setup. I mean, everything is good except that the world can see through and understand what happened there. The Russian will investigate and they'll get to the bottom of this. It doesn't matter what America says. It doesn't matter what the UK says. It doesn't matter what Ukraine says. Ukraine says Russia did it. Do you believe them? Ukraine is saying that Russia did it. So do you believe in them? An incident happened, and let's just keep silence. Just don't say a word. Oh no, Russian did this because they, no, you're trying to anticipate. This is what you call here people narcissists. That's what they do. You try to anticipate here. So you go on with a message like, oh well, accuse him first. In that theory is that accuse first and be the one that retain the merits of being truthful. No, it's not like that. It doesn't work like that. Ukraine, they know full well what they did. And that's why they go straight and quick on media to blame somebody else, blame Russia. And now they say, oh, when Russia blames, they say, oh, well, Russia always deny responsibilities for things that they do. They always want to accuse somebody else. Really? Really? So, message here. You have evidence it was somebody else? Well, go and ask the Americans. The evidence that Ukraine was not involved. But we all know from what we've seen and what the people who have been arrested said, they've been paid and they were arrested towards the border. Towards the border with Ukraine. Wolf Chief says, please speed up. Let me see this message. Is a wolf that said F Ukraine, and that's the message that was hidden. That's the message that was hidden there before. Right, guys, I'm done for this video, but I will not stop. I will not stop there, because what's going on is wrong. Feeding people with garbage, lies, and manipulate people in the level that I've seen. Honestly, I understand why some people like Russell Brown and all stuff, they rebel, because this system is corrupt to the core. So I stand with people like Andrew Tate, Russell Brown, and all the rest. See you in the next video. That's Mr. D from Top TV. That's the ultimate live podcast. See you soon.